Morning, I'm Kevin Price. Delighted to be with you. Going to spend some time talking to you about you and your business. Going to jump straight into my program, and I've got a lot to cover by talking to Eric Schiffer. And Eric Schiffer, we're going to talk a little bit about the work that he's doing and helping people with their financial situations, taking their monies in the right direction. You might have seen him on Fox News and Fox Business. Plus, he's a contributor over at Forbes. Eric, welcome to the program.
Thank you very much. Happy holidays, Kevin.
Yeah, same to you. Eric, tell us a little bit about your background and what exactly you do for people.
Well, I have a fund, a private equity fund, and we have founded and have built various companies. And the most recent fund, we're investing in many emerging Silicon Valley companies, largely Silicon Valley, and we've raised a fair amount of money from investors to do this, and have really been able to invest in some great companies. One of the most recent ones is a company called Kabam, which is growing like crazy, and Alibaba just invested close to $100 million in the company. We were able to invest at the same round with them, and they're going to take that business basically to China, which should double or triple the revenues.
Wow!
So it's a nice opportunity for our investors, and we're always looking for value and pricing that makes sense with good management that's growing.
Yeah, Eric, lots of questions for you. So, talk a little bit about your fund.
Talk a little bit about my what? I'm sorry.
Yeah, your investment fund, your hedge fund.
Well, the main one is Patriarch, but we have a new fund called Silicon Valley Technology Fund. And again, we're really looking for businesses that have either significant patents or significant approaches to doing something unique and different. And that I don't like to use the word disruptive, but more like I would say have a monopolistic approach to their marketplace, and that's the model we look for. And the reason is we want to make sure that we have much more certainty over the investment, and that the probabilities of success for our investors is heightened, and that and we found that this model seems to work the best for us. And we expect huge returns for the fund for over time, and it should do very well. Obviously, the past doesn't equal the future, but we're excited about the potential of it.
Yeah. What do you hear from people out there when you look at the market conditions? Over the last month, we've seen some of the biggest drops in the market and then some of the biggest rises. To me, it just looks scary. But, what are you hearing from people?
Well, here's the thing. You have to we really don't get as involved in the day-to-day market timing. I think the chances of being successful in that kind of situation are very low. So, like I said on CNBC on Friday, we were speaking about the potential of Google with Sarah Eisen, and I think that the best way to invest is to find great companies that have a strong market position, that have great technology and great leadership, that have a long-term vision for the business, and get behind those companies. Yeah. And don't worry about what the stock price is on each day. Obviously, if it's incredibly out of whack versus what the business should be worth, if it was to be sold as an individual business, that's one thing. But everyone's going to have their own valuation on a day-to-day basis. In other words, you could own a valuable piece of art, and that art one day may be worth $5,000 to a specific buyer, and the next day, if someone really wants it, it could be worth $15,000. Now, there's intrinsic value associated to the art, And so you will get these oscillations in assessment of what value is. But the great thing about a great business is that it should continue to grow over time. It should continue to add to book value, which is the net assets of the business, and so irrespective of what the market may see it as, you want to think of much broader. We like to have much longer term horizons in terms of our investment.
Yeah. Eric Schiffer, thanks so much for being with us. I do want to spell your last name to make it easier for the listener to find out more about you. That's Schiffer, Eric, EricSchiffer.com. Eric, thanks so much for being with us.
You got it, my friend. Have a great holiday.
You too. When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com, and you're listening to The Price of Business.